yup matie kabieno la kelia ye
Sam's Crisip oberongira mwera madano weng mare Uganda. Jami pa Sam's timapo likine obero Crisits melayata, Crisits megonja, cookies, odi, berenge kemukene mapola ta. Nong jami pa Sam's Snacks e supermarket duju matilo baman. Sam's Snacks, noa pora mamite.
Baditual abijoro in me ke iwe manok ini ching angwen ini tikanungo studio wakany me One Luo TV kakile iwe yu pamoloni Rupiny kache Friday TV set mambega dewa bido cha moloni lok lobo headlines ango ma tie katime iken ping awaji iwe ni kawadu no tiki welo ma entika awa ki lobo me Kenya loko bena luo chalo wan amira no ye wakangwa jol and ki studio nye kilwone Peter Otieno Ogot. Peter bijoli One Luo TV. Kopango?
Tima ber.
Tima ber.
Yeah.
But tin way loko kileb ngowa, loko kileb pechuli, leb luo, leb jaluo.
Tamane wabichao boko lokwa kileb luo. Ento wamir bena wajid audience mamegwani Otieno loko luo kikome. Now luo me Kenya. Okay, now we know to take it here, and then we can reverse and talk in English. And to get a pair of tech, me always when Otieno take a project, man take a running, Makaloni KP,
Jaluo
abroad project. Ma en take a nano, Jim part, where all in studio watching it, no, ma en take a timone. Questions la painting a duo more, Miro Niang, me a chill, Wamirongo, ni take a timo project any, take a watch you, quite my mega. So there are so many questions in between. Mirne tekwe metiako project eni kidon kele lo karachel. Donc ikien boko lo wakany eni wai cha homere kema tekwe ni. So one of you decide.
Itieni ning.
Tima ber.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Well, I be penny mere machichia. Maybe to start our conversation. Otieno beronga.
Mokongo amoso juluma Kenya untie maber amotho jo pajola jo padola wintie ne di jo acholi untie ni ning linga kogot Peter Ogot Jaluo ma Kenya. I'm a PR practitioner by profession, turned by fate into a historian, and then I transitioned to being Luo ambassador Eastern Central Africa. Because we all know that a society without good grip of history and ancestry is a tree without roots. What I do is that I trace the Luo history, ancestry, culture, and stories in Eastern Central Africa.
Wow.
Takes us to, when you trace the history of the Luo, the ancestry, like you've said, what do you want to achieve? What are your objectives? What's the long-term goal?
Okay, the long-term goal is to create awareness and knowledge. Because I feel as we speak, we don't have a good grip of our history and ancestry. And a society, every society that's doing well has very documented history. They have museums, they have things that can tell where they came from. They have statues and monuments, and this is something that's lacking. And I think it takes someone to do it, and that someone is me.
Tina, I want to find out, you've been to Japadola, now you haven't been up north, in Gulu, Kitgum, or whatever. But when you're speaking to us, do you feel like you understand what we are saying?
I will enjoy the Luo. I will enjoy the Luo or Lep Luo. So yes, I feel I understand. And I just came from Tororo. And I watch your Padola, I watch your Padola, So yes, I understand you. It's just something like American English and British English.
Sorry, we shall have to be putting in the actually here and there. I feel like one them more than Guinean one.
No, ana Niang. Gian mati matera yeni kita ena waji kweni the dialect.
The dialect.
Ni ramo mwenye English mi UK, part ki English mi America.
Yes.
But just slight connotations. Makulwoni nodes. Ne kita ini pronouncing kwede onyo kit me emeto kat kwede ene PM ki wenyo awinyo. Wenyo ana winyo. So it's just a slight difference.
And imagine, but before the show started, manote wachanye o wachane anye kogot. And kogot means ne water ngara morning. Cha wajera wachi wane ya chule ke wachini pa ogot. In Japadola, what do they say?
Pogot.
Pogot.
Yes.
In Jaluo, it's what?
Kogot.
Pat palarubi.
Pat palarubi.
Yeah.
Yes. In Jaluo, you would say pat kolarubi, right?
Yes. So,
so maybe if I may say something before we proceed, I need to correct something that you said. I have been to every single area with the Luo people in Uganda, maybe with an exception of where actually Labor are.
Extreme north.
Yeah, which I need to find out if it's a separate group or if it's one group as actually. But the first place I was in, of course, Luo of Kenya, because that's where I was born and raised. And then
Is that Kisumu?
Homa Bay. Yeah, Homa Bay.
No.
Homa Bay, yes.
Do you know Pat?
Yeah.
I don't.
So the first place I went to was Tororo.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
which is close.
Yeah, which is close. If I just give you a quick look into how it all started, it started from curiosity of watching a random video of Japadola broadcaster, radio broadcaster. And I saw that I understand this language, you know, like to an extent, like 90%.
Japadola is very close to Luo.
Yes, so
to Luo of Kenya.
So that created curiosity in me, and I decided, okay, I will go see this this tribe. Where is it? So after a few searches on the internet, I could figure out the name of the tribe and where they are, and I went and I did language comparison. Achel, Ario, Adeka, Abongwen, Ochiko, you know, things like this. And after doing that, I did it with Acholi, I did it with Lango, I did it with Kumam, I did it with Alur.
And what did you find out?
Alur Jonam and Alur Okoro of Congo and Alur Pardiere. So I found out that this is one big family. Talk of identical twins that are separated apart. One blood, just different geographical locations.
So basically, that is what inspired your journey?
That's what's inspired my journey, but now my journey is bigger. My responsibility is bigger than just comparing the languages, because now I'm out here comparing the culture, the food, the leadership structure, and I think I just finished my second destination. In this trip, I did Luo of Tanzania.
There's Luo in Tanzania? Imagine, it's the first time I'm hearing.
Yes, this is now a challenge to all the young Luo. The kamora mora mantie jo Luo, ngeni jo Luo geninga, giwacho dok mane, gichamo chimo mane. Go to every single place where the Luo are. Know which dialect they speak, know the food they eat, know their culture, and above all, know their language.
Wow.
So yes, there are Luos in Tanzania.
Wow. Where are they situated?
In a place called Shirati. If you check on the map, you'll see Shirati in Mara region in northern Tanzania.
Okay.
Yes. And then the second destination was Tororo for the Japadola.
I think that also connects to the Luo in Ethiopia.
I've heard of the Luo in Ethiopia.
Yeah, because now that connection, because we are poor, I think like 2 months ago, Madam Ucharo Kayub, there was a wedding, and the Luo wedding, which was hosted in Ethiopia. So in Tanzania, something is there, definitely not here at the...
Can I challenge you
Yes.
live on TV? Can you mention the countries with the Luo?
I know there's Sudan, of course in Uganda, I know Kenya. Now I'm hearing of Tanzania. I've heard recently of Ethiopia.
Only. That's what I also know. Apart from the Luos who are scattered in diaspora with the origins back here, or with the origins back to the East African community, That's what I also know.
Do you know Aluru Kwaro?
Aluru
Where are
Kwaro,
they?
we have them in Zombo. Those ones we know. We know the Aluru Zombo, the ones in the where don't because we have an Aluru. We have our people from that side, West Nile. Actually, we have people from Agago. That's all within vicinity of northern Uganda. Jopadola, Kumam, Michael Nyinge, which we also broadcast. We do stories from all these areas. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's Aluru Kwaro in Congo, in the Ituri region in Congo.
Wow. Kache friti di TV set mamega dia watika loko megi wa makilunye ne Peter Otieno Ogot and ti Jaluo maaki Kenya ite dul mamegi makiti longo ne ni KP Jaluo abroad watika loko leba chuli wa loko le bluo wa loko le muono pian le pone petit flowing ba bede twal o kama warwenyo. Yes.
No, of course. Dano mero Niang. I wot me woro ne kame chere ie ngome no. Findings the taking cham, dano, quo, dialect, lab, culture, dress code,
Miel,
yeah?
dance.
Yeah, miel. All these findings the taking Kamade Chawak, Kenya, Uganda, Tororo, Ichiaro region Mukene, no Maino.
Gimanuango and Jaluo. My finding is that Luo is a Luo, irrespective of their geographical location. And
Peter, is it okay if you speak the Luo so that we see if you can get each other?
Jaluo kamora mora maintie, team na inachiel. Mokongo Jaluo ero nyadhi, Jaluo ero sunga. Sunga gi dok mar English ilongoni pride.
Yes.
Kachopo Ethiopia, Gambela, aneno sunga nyadhi mar Jaluo. Kachopo Tororo, aneno nyadhi mar Jaluo, jirwako suit. Kachopo Gulu, kachopo Pakwach, aneno nyadhi mar Jaluo. Findings maga eni Jaluo en achiel. Kamora.
Well, koti kwa chini ki neno deyu pa luo kama ini chiari ene chiaro tororo ichiaro kamukena mapat pakwachi gulugini ino ni deyu pa luo kita giroke kwede kita gitimo kwede kijimi gwen Niang ke kene ni luo ti achiari.
Chamko dek mamegi ko tiano. We are going to fight to understand each other. We will speak ours, you speak yours. That we all merge. Dek ko cham.
I take a challenge. Yeah, cham.
When you look at the comparison, the food, ugali,
Kuona chel.
Kuona chel. Kuona nyua mar Ethiopia, kuon Jaluo ma Kenya, Jaluo ma Tanzania, Jopadola, Jaluo ma Eastern Uganda, Tororo, Pakwach, Alur, Pardiere, Alur Jonam, Gulu, Kuon, and Rech.
I want us to talk about this thing. Sometimes we feel like one actually part. Before the show started, Beka wachiki peta ni ka winyu luo Kenya ti lock, nya winyu Japadola ka lock, a winyu wagiti lock leva chuli, but a softer leva chuli, which a winyu wa leva chuli is the crude one, and then Leb Jaluo is the one which is a bit soft. So then what about the one of Shulok? Pian history wajini one wa wakikwe ba El Gazelle. We're traveling wa bino ping in Nile region wa bino wa Kwaro Tororo wa umegi wa gudong ulutiana padola jo padola gudong kono genongo metego o wa Kenya. So what would you say about the difference in the dialects? I was telling you that I feel like ours is the crude one, yours is the softer one.
Just to avoid miscommunication, I would say it's difficult to tell which dialect is the original one.
Yes.
Because as I said before, Nyadhi, Sunga, Jaluo is a proud person.
Yes.
And each group claims to be the owners of the original dialect, and so it's difficult for me to answer this question.
I think it takes me back to when I went to Mombasa. I spent there a week. I was gone for the training, and what happens is I checked Dukanmo just in the shop to buy. I needed sandals, and then I find a lady on phone speaking Luo. She's talking. Then when she's like, customer, you're welcome. Itie mabe. She just jumped out from the shop and came and gave me a hug. What is, you know my language. Where are you from? Actually, I am a Jaluo from Uganda. She, oh my God, I need to visit. Curiosity and love. And pride.
There's this pride. And then also there's, Amir can talk about the names. You will notice, I was talking to a certain scholar, some old man, a friend, who was teaching us that in this world, come watch Africa, we are actually one. Mr. Ogot or any, it's like Omera, Okelo, Omera, Ojok, Omera, like our names are all the same. Or Niang, Kwaro, our names are all with O and A, which means we are all Nilots. And that scholar told me, we go as far as Nigeria. You're going to find Luos in Nigeria. That's why you'll see a huge part of Nigeria. They have names that are similar to ours. You'll see a Debunyo, who has a name with A, which sounds like ours here.
Yeah, taking to the issues of the name. Actually, when this lady, we started asking, how do you say Iluo eningo, Iluo eningo? Penya wachani nyinga, wachani nya atieno, Morin, something like that. It's like, oh, atieno. At one kuja watiki o cheng, o chan, o doj. So that is a common thing.
We are one people.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say it's the same thing everywhere. And the name, the O is for the guy and the A is for the girl.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. And another thing apart from the name that we have in common is that Jaluo ngamo oheroji. Luo is a very loving person. And if I may just brief you on that, Ethiopia, when I went to Ethiopia, I got a wonderful team, the Laks of Okaj. I bedoja family, mar anyua, Ethiopia. Kenya, Jomachalo Ken, Otieno Muga, Tony Hayo, Otieng, bedoka family. Kachopo, Tanzania, Engineer Okal, bedoka family. Kachopo Tororo, Ochieng, bedoka family. Luo and era, we have that love,
that warmth,
and I'm happy to say that everywhere I get to where the Luo, I feel like I'm home. Now, even when I went to Lango, Kizito Guna he's a loving brother. Apani, we have that signature of Niang, Chiemo, Hera, how to say love in Choli?
Mar.
Yes. I love Kenya. Why do we say Hera when all the other groups
love.
Say Maro?
Even Japadola say Ma.
Yes.
Even Alu is Ma.
Yes.
Even actually is Ma. If you're going to hear from the phone calls, our people are full of love. When we open the lines, Pat, talking points.
Amiro penyune awachine kade tika team project eni metika kelu George kelu Niang kelu Kwaro palu karachien. Kumbeti, ke, what's your next step? Imiro, inge chokongech anyway, ngome merte benekwede. What's the next step for this?
My next step is, I think, the most beautiful part. Because I started out of curiosity, turned into ambassador, and I'm going to turn into a father. And by this I mean that I need to see Luo in one group. My step is to have that real unity, such that if we have a Luo night in Kenya, then we don't only have the Luo of Kenya performing. I want to see cultural dancers from Acholi. I want to see them perform. I want to see cultural dancers from Padola. I want to see them perform. I want to see Luo of Anyua of Ethiopia. I want to see Luo of Tanzania. I want to see Shiluk. I want to see Balanda Bor, Pari, Luo. This is my next step, to be able to attend one conference, one festival, and find all the Luo people there, because then I would have achieved my objective of real unity, and I call it real unity, not WhatsApp or Facebook unity.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
It's very important. And part, the Luos are very many by the campaign. Like they migrated and they just spilled over. Now you will not even know Niang harmony is Luo. Nowadays we don't pay Niang ni kono kala, kono frame, kono physique. No, but you might tell with their name in case they use their name or their father's name, like yours, Ogot. Pa Ogot, then you can tell Niang harmony Luo. But sometimes you might, because they don't even know the language, they don't even know the culture, but the name can still tell. You can still tell.
Yeah, and it's a challenge. Jaluo, Kamora Mora Maintie, Jaluo Mar Kenya, Jaluo Mar Uganda, Jaluo Mar Ethiopia, Jaluo Mar Congo, Jaluo Mar South Sudan, Central African Republic, Chad. Puonj nyathini dholuo. Punyathini dholuo. Because we've had problems of assimilation, and I hear there's a Luo Bito who assimilated out in Bantu. I'll find out about that. And now we face a bigger threat of education and global exposure, which is bigger than the tribal assimilation, and it's going to sweep us off. Exactly. Linguistically, culturally, and unfortunately it might be genetically as well.
That's why it's very key for us to speak it even here.
Yes, and teach your kid Lepalur, Lepacholi, the Luo. Teach your kid this language, because this is the only gift you can give them. This is the gift of identity, and without it, we're just white men speaking in English.
It takes me to a question. Challenges are more in your finding, because me a child Dano Petika Fonyotiano Gelep, which would be a big challenge.
Because it's intermarriages.
Yes,
part.
and then me a Rio Dano take a Nyomeo Kamoekan, and you find Ana Akigulu, Tiara Nyongwe, Western Uganda.
Namar,
I think Lamara, who is my first daughter, and a Katie gang, and with my mother, Logo le papa mana, logo chuli, logo gimoni. Kao dok kama mamana ti ye, logo le mokene. Kawa bini Buganda, logo le blaga, ke le mono. Kids are lost. Any kawa take a nene, borwa chalo nyoro. Wanera may just it's modernization. Ero take impact. In me team of research may take a what any. Challenges are more, may know you.
Challenges maradok or lep, ambachel. Jomatindo Okia the Luo. The young people don't understand Luo. And I would say I'm happy that my friends who had kids who couldn't speak Luo, I challenged them, and now the kids speak Luo, and this is beautiful. Challenge Marario and Mayudo and leadership structure, protocols. Nikech Adwaro Woyogi Jotelo. I want to talk to the leaders, because I want to dig the culture deep down, from the dances, the food, to the leadership structure, Ruot, Kwaro, Care. The challenge that I face the most is the leadership protocols. Take Mondo Ichop Ir Care Jatel or Ruot. Another challenge, and what you know, Ka ikiaji, when you don't know a place, I think it's a small challenge, but yes. Challenge.
Pat, Amir kumbero ya apply no wa ngar jomo kana magiti wa ko mbe gubet kikera meloko megi wa utiano Peter pa Ogot, and what you call Ogot, one what you pa Ogot. Umegi wa matiga Kenya, Jaluo me Kenya. Ugo chimi MTN 0783003251. Airtel 0753180767. Uloki umego uloki le mumego wa enbo beki kero menyang. Pat ini bela gamchim.
Yes, atamani as we wait for a phone call, genma muni mateka yen mi achien lep mi ario lok mitela kid matela mi ruot kwere atamani and is very critical.
Challenge maradek wrangles.
Yeah. Conflicts.
Yo kuinjire.
Winyepe.
Yeah. Mako wacho machai ruot. Mako wacho machai ruot.
Split. I mean that's a realistic perspective. PM, I was going to ask you, when you find the leadership structure not being supportive, how do you envision that this can be solved? Because in your bigger vision is to make sure there's going to be one day Mano Luo Wengti Karachiel. One day Mano Luo Wengti United. Chi Mono Donyo N. One Low TV, hello? Yes, Afoy, Choningo. Wafoy, okay, me doing man. Yeah, greetings to you guys. Yes, General Casimiro.
Pat, put the phone up.
Pat, gina do mi ole watu ro nyala obedo kekera yo te scattered. Yo peti kara che ba de tie bedo kaen. Leba inungo peti ber, peti loka loko leba lao kre leba jola ber. No loko rubu ka kere loka ne kitoro. Ngato cha da bedo kaya ja dang loko rubu kere lebo me kaya kuno kitoro. No leba te bedo me. Te bedo me tie rate kara che. Era kanu yo ti kara che, yo ti bedo kara che. Atamanu ja loko leba che. Ko mino no tia na tia winyu dong pe dong tia nyanga dong ba tia tigira winyu tia gamare tida dong pe tia nyanga tutwa.
Okay.
Atamu kere campaign eno tia timu no ber obi na menye wa ungeyo ni ka woro Kenya kana romano nuwa umege watikunu nyo umege watikunu ka woro Tanzania ku na romano nuwa umege watikunu nyo umege watikunu eno
Mero piratek
tutwa na po e patba
ofo metek
mota jo
one foil.
Kera mi to mi ko bugina do kom tin kwano cha me school cha na wara bedo nen Luan Luo TV chako cha program cha na hatum gina timo gina loko bedo do kom monya matek gin deserving me gamo ko men kwa goal kwa medals no endo gin deserving kom jono yek ba jono becho
Mano gin ma vision group tika timene ano
ber
of metek ko gam kong chimon tika bino kany. Well, dropping offline, but Atamani Imunyo is just thanking you for a great work, and then saying, "Hey, that is now loud." That is the General Casimiro, all the way from Mubende. Mubende is out of this place, some kilometers away, and he's just trying to pass his message over to the team. Ngarmono chwala message wachine for your One Luo TV, man lamaro kimasindi anero timo kijarwate ento lok modo nyichunya aye ni imon ichunya aye ni you can't judge for now. I feel Kon should be aided to join the military, but he should also you can't judge now that, but we need to support Kon to become the next coordinator so that we can have access to see how we can get out more of the rebels who are in the bush. I want to thank the guests in the studio for coming. Watika connecting lep luo mamege ki mameguni manok no. Yes, somebody is calling here. Hello, One Luo TV. What you mabe? Cho ningo. What you looking at?
Patricia.
Kikwe. Patricia, tie mabe? Hello?
I think I'm from Emma Jaho, but
Patricia.
I'm a music at you. Bye.
Yes. Why enemy are with the one with your can? Yeah, okay, line.
Peter, have you understood what Patricia is saying?
Yes.
What does she say?
Oh, I had Chonadi.
Yes, Chonadi.
Yes.
How do you say Chonadi in Jaluo?
Chonadi.
We have a great fan from UK, and that is Uncle David.
Okay.
Uncle David is saying, Amoro Wonduju is a great project, one that has immense beneficial potential to the Jaluo Duchu, but how is he funding the project? This is coming from, I've called him Uncle David. I've never met him, but for purpose of respect and knowing he has been a big contributor to this program, and also watching from the UK, he's asking, how is he funding the project?
David
and then
us every morning
is this to say,
UK.
how can we engage with Ogot? Is there a website, or we can link up with him? Uncle David, message is passed, is here. I think he can respond.
Oh, yes.
Respond in Japadol.
Mokwongo, financing, pesa mara, aonge gi financer, atiyo gi pesa na. I mean, it's usual to possibly think that someone should fund or an organization should fund, but unless you get started, then things will never get started. So as of this moment, I fund this myself, and it gives me satisfaction that I managed to get the Luo, looking at one point and seeing, that all the Luo sub-tribes are coming to one. So yes, I fund it alone because I feel it's important, but of course I welcome external financing.
Peter, before I let you go, I want us to agree on a few words to see at least if we are on the same page. Like things like afoyo. What is afoyo in Jaluo?
Erokamano.
Erokamano.
Yeah, but we say apoyo to mean I appreciate. But we use erokamano for thank you.
Erokamano for thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Afoyo.
That is now for us is afoyo matek.
What is how are you? Ours is it kobango.
Kobango. Oh. Ivi nade, ichio nade, iru nade.
Men iri kining. Iru nade, iri kining. Ichio nade, ichio kining.
So nade in lieu of Kenya.
Can I pick a call?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure. One Lord TV, hello? Yeah, ichio nining.
Ichio nade.
Yeah, why am I better? Yeah, in the lady.
I am bad.
Okwai Road.
And Jaluo is a quad.
Jaluo mi Pakwach is calling you. Yes, go for you.
Chio nade.
A full program when we see.
Who for you there?
I went to school for your government. You with Jalo, my bad, Sana.
You take a win your bear, eh?
My bad.
One go for him attack.
I'm
Hi, yeah, bear. That's Okwai Road from Z.
From Z.
West Nile.
That is the Luos from
After Nebi.
After Nebi. Yes, yeah.
Abiro Pakwach, Adi Pakwach, Adi Nebi, Jualur Biumosa, Biwachamrech. And if I may ask
there's a call here. Hello, One Lord TV. Sharon, it's showing on. Watch what tell me. One for you. Sharon, why don't you go chimney for you? What for you can?
Okay.
Yeah, David watching it. Oh, guys, we are almost age mates. I am actually younger than most of you. I am younger than you can imagine, but it takes credit and respect. We give you that. Now, we'll get to know that everything is okay, but David, we are here to put things right. We are here to speak to the Luo community. We are here. Kelu ala ikwoma megwa, igangma megwa, idogola, idokara, kikara weng mati Luo. And that's why my brother is here.
We are running short of time, John. Peter, but in a few words, your parting shots.
I'll do this in English to ensure that we have maximum understanding in case of any misunderstanding of the dialects. First, I'm really grateful to be here, and I'm grateful to all the Luo watching. I'll be going to Kabarmaido for the Kumam. I'll be going to Lira for the Lango. I'll be going to Gulu and the Kitgum for the Acholi. I'll be going to Pakwach for Alur Jonam and Nebi. And then I'll cross over South Sudan, and anyone in this area, please come meet me. If you want to connect with me, you can check KP Jaluo Abroad on YouTube, and I have all the videos of all the Luos from Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, and Congo.
Sorry, at this meeting, what should the people expect?
In this meeting, please, again, thanks for asking that. Kindly, if you're in someone's position, please facilitate my access to Care or Kwar or King or whatever title they may have. Please facilitate my access to them, because I would want to talk about the leadership structure. I would also want to talk about the cultural dances and music, the food, and the general public. So yes, this is what you expect, and I will also have general meetings with the normal people on the streets, and I would love to speak to you in Lepacholi, Lepalur, and Kumam and Lang.
Just to find out whether we are actually one people.
Yes,
absolutely.
we are. I already
We
found
are
out.
one
I just
people.
want to exercise that.
You just want to exercise that.
Correct.
Wow. Pa chao badewa loke magire.
Amir for dana wen kin machin vin mi beri One Low TV watika mete kilo program iwu minani bakelo ala kamino ni go arbenati ye pigay go and watchim kichele chel chimo megwati open kirika wape wiyamo in ramo chwalo tammi kagi mo benatika timme me mete One Low TV ubet kingech wak mi gamne nyomi choyne nyomi kate wiyamo wachi wa itiki birthdays itiki gimo metika yupone yumo matie tutwale kinini watika yinjo matika celebrating birthdays one kerokany one ki ema udiko chon
Where you
birthday we ma
illa rubi la we ma konye pe
wagiro kenyo
avoid the 12 part afoyo pizza. What do I say again? I keep forgetting. I'm very poor with languages. But unifonyo okay watch again.
Ero me agekelo ero kamano.
Today you're beating me. Ero kamano. Afoyo magwe.
To the people watching, I think I'm grateful. Go to my YouTube channel, watch all the Luo videos, and I have my
What's the
email
YouTube
address
channel
there.
name?
KP Jaluo Abroad.
KP Jaluo Abroad on YouTube. You know Jimmy Wang, mapira tikatim ne ikitme kerto karachel te kwar pa Luo Wang magiti Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia,
Congo, Central African Republic,
Chad. Oh my goodness. Tie Wang YouTube channel and one Wang wana chel, one Wang Waluo.
We will need and beneka akikan in the next 2 weeks I'll be at Homa Bay. Duo matikono wono Homa Bay kama ero aki yeni.
Oh my goodness.
Karibu pacho.
Ojo ana lutua afoyo twala afoyo pat afoyo Peter.
Ero kamano.
Ero kamano.
Afoyo. Apoyo.
Afoyo mtea.
Wedi twal ko wadak dire chawa marom mabed emba ko yar ka chelgi pat Robert la Ruby kumegwa matikaka aki all the way from Kenya Peter Otieno Ogot. Wonen dire ubed mabe.
Yup mai beru kaneno ne lekelia ye
Sam's Crisip obengira mwera madano weng mare Uganda. Jami pa Sam's timapo likine obero Crisps melayata, Crisps megonja, cookies, odi, berenge kimukene mapola ta. Nong jami pa Sam's Snacks e supermarket duju matilo baman. Sam's Snacks, no apora mamite.